tympanic membrane to the top of his forehead, and it blew a chunk of his skull out. But look at the color. I mean, he is really, he can absorb that sun so well being dark like that.
Remember earlier when we were shooting that and that one is blending in with the rock?
Oh yeah, couldn't even see it. He had the same tone as the rock. The coloration, it's almost like they take on whatever's behind them, whatever the...
like a chameleon?
Yeah, whatever trees and land they got around them. But that one that got on the rock, man, it was really hard to pick out. I tell you, the orange ones are and the real green ones are the best for me to see. You know, they stand out. But when you start getting this color, and especially when they're in the tree by the bark, they're almost the same color. And they are the same color as the rocks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a big lizard. He's got a beautiful tail. That other one he was a fat one, but somebody got his tail when he was a young one, and he had a regrowth on it. But the first 6 inches out of his tail, that was a really big tail, wasn't it, CJ? He was a fat daddy. In fact, he was a fat daddy everywhere as far as the body. But the tail was real funky because it came out about 6 inches, and then it got that, that little curl in it and shoots off about maybe 4 inches, and it's funky. You know how they're always a little deformed, they don't look right. That one right there, for a male, he's been eating good. He's found good flowers.
For sure.
Like me.
For sure.
Got a little belly on him too. Well,
that's crazy.
You ready to do a little air work?
Yep. We actually got the tank right there.
Sounds good. Buddy.
So that should be super quick.
You want to put them?
Oh man, you can just throw them right in the bed of the truck, CJ.
I'm proud of this one right here.
And you know what? That was a one and done, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was a good shot, bud. I don't care what anybody says. That was a good shot.
Good try. Now try.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a giant right there. That's got to be at least a 10-pounder. Yep.
You gonna drop that tailgate, boss?
Sure.
There's another one.
So guys, we're real quick while we're out here, we're chilling with CJ and our guest right here. What was your name again?
Jack Hart.
Yes, sir. Okay.
If you think about that Jack of Hearts, that playing card, you'll never forget my name.
Forget Mr. Jack of Hearts.
That's right. I really don't care what you call me. Just call me to dinner. The important stuff.
Just call you to the important stuff. I got you, man. Yeah. So real quick, we're gonna fill up some of these air rifles right here, and if you don't mind, we're gonna just show some of them off.
Sure. This is the new Epic by Scout, and it's in a 30 cal. And these people had 30 years of history in the paintball industry, and they've taken what they've learned there and taken it over to the PCP world, and it's all computerized. Everything, all the valve work, they're not hammering like even my FX. If you think about it and look at those valves, it's violent in there, and it's not this way on this gun, and it is so tunable that it's got the definite hair trigger on it from the factory. You cannot put your finger in that trigger guard until you're ready to go. The only thing is it's heavy, and but that's the only thing so far that I've found that for an old fat man, it's a little bit hard to be carrying around. But other than that, it's a really nice gun, and it's got the ATN scope on it, that 3-14, and it's in the IR. So you at night, it definitely, if you light it up with that, that light, that infrared's gonna. And CJ and I have talked about it, and we're gonna go out and do a night hunt. So this IR will come into play, and that thermal, that pulsar that we have on the FX, that's
gonna come into
M3,
play.
it'll really come into play because everything just is so illuminated with that pure thermal. IR is nice and you can see it, but man, I'm telling you, that thermal, if you want white hot, if you want black hot, if you want green hot, if you want red, it doesn't matter what color. For me, white's the best. It really illuminates. The trees will even be lit up white because they hold the heat, from the day. But excited to see tonight, or not tonight, but we're hunting tomorrow night, to see how that plays out, because I'm really hoping that that thermal gets to play a very good. One thing we'll know to do is make sure the batteries are charged, because the batteries seem to be a little bit hoggish on that scope, and so I want to make sure everything's charged up and ready to go. We had a little trouble with the Pulsar today of not being charged up.
Got you. Yep. Make sure everything's nice and ready to go.
CJ didn't have any trouble with it. He did the one and done on a couple of them, you know. And he said before the day was over, he said, you know, I about got this figured out now. So, like he sure sounded like he did, you know what? Hey, there's that guy we made a little angry with us being parked on the floor.
If you don't mind, CJ, just grab the gun. I'm just going to get a couple shots of you holding it. And then we fill it up, yeah.
It's coming up on 2,500, coming up on 3,000.
No, it's past 3 now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Holding up quick.
Yep. All right, that's up.
Yeah, when you look at a full tank compared to the, and we want to fill this one a little bit heavy, a little over the edge, because it's got a little stinking leak in it.
All right, she's past 4 right there.
Okay, that's good.
So after we hook that up, hold on one sec, we got to hit this.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, I won't be taking it away. You know, a lot of them you can't even get them off. You know it?
There you go. Yeah, I think it's pretty heavy. But it's very important to bleed, because if you don't bleed it, you whip that thing off.
Dang it, like a wild dog. You know what? I was a crane operator in South Texas, and I was fracking wells. And you're talking tens of thousands of pounds of pressure. And buddy, if that stuff gets turned loose, you in bad trouble.
Yes, sir.
They told me initially, get it up here and make it a little easier for you. That Arca rail kind of makes it hard to get in there now.
All right, we good right there.
I tell you one thing,
yeah.
I do like the Arca rails, the stability off of the tripod for anybody that shakes. You know, if you're shimmying and not really being real steady. Boy, it comes up quick, doesn't it? And I'm telling you, you know, this FX it's just hard to beat. You know, it always shoots well. It's not hungry on air. Yeah, that Arca rail.
Real quick, just wanted to show you guys some of the tools that we're using out here in the field. Just as our buddy Jack said over here, you really can't beat the FX Impact M3, you know. It's a little bit up there. It's definitely not for, you know, beginners or anything like that, but it's for the serious enthusiasts that, you know, take, you know, hunting and you know, air rifles very serious. Because, you know, it's a beast. I can get it off now. It is a beast. But you do get what you pay for, you know?
Yeah, you sure do. That FX, I'm telling you one. Look at that, buddy. Good. Man, you squeeze that thing like you've done it before.
I think I've done it a couple times.
I think I'll say it may not be your first rodeo, huh?
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's put that on there, sir. Cap, I'm gonna put the Arca rail back on.
Yes, sir. You put it right here and you do your thing. Right.
Let me go get that AirGun leshy.
Okay.
And let you
fill that one up. That should be pretty.
And that'll be it.
Oh, look at that. It snaps right on. So, running the guns that we have right now, FX Impact M3, got the AirGun leshy, and that last one more time.
Epic, made by Scout.
The Epic made by Scout. That's just to give you guys an idea, like inside of like what type of tools we're using for this type of.
And you know, every one of them, they all are what I call relatively expensive. I mean, you can spend a whole lot more money,
right?
But for the bang for the buck, you know, each one of these rifles is right around $2,000, and then you do the optics. You know how they are.
Yeah.
And suppressors, and you know, all the Arca rail that I put on every one of them, everything that you add to it. But you know what? It's pretty cheap fun still.
Right. And
you know, once you get the compressor in the bottle, I mean, all your air is free basically. Your ammo pretty damn cheap. Let me go get that steel pole.
Well, the thing is like, you're gonna cry at first.
Yeah.
But then after that, you don't gotta cry no more.
It's a whole lot nicer afterwards.
Exactly. Cost a lot to get into it, but once you're in it, basically, you know, you got it, you know. And on top of that, all this stuff holds its value as well, you know, on the like secondhand market as well. Let's say you get something, it's not really your thing, too heavy, too this, too that, holds its value. But real quick, while we're out here showing off some stuff, just want to show you guys a new piece that I'm working on, and I'm gonna be working with right here. Check this baby out. It's an M3. It's obviously, you can see it's a lot smaller. Check this one out.
Oh man, is that the compact?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is nice.
Precise.
Same size bottle as on the Leshy. And what is that, about a 9-inch barrel?
Yeah.
Yep. Something like that.
Man, that's nice. It doesn't weigh anything, does it? Because, you know, my M3 is really light. I don't know if that's called a Sniper. I can't remember what model.
Could be a standard.
Yeah, that's the standard. That's not the Sniper one. The Sniper one has like a 24.
It has a longer
like
barrel.
a 24. Like, yeah, I think 24.
It's got a Plunum, the 720, the same one on the M3 that.
Yeah. So this is not an M4. It's an M3.
Yeah, M3. I tell you one thing, that it'd be a really nice backpack gun, man. I mean, it's really nice. And your optics, that's the one you had on that Benjamin Marauder the other day.
Precisely, exactly.
Yeah.
This is the DNT Zulus.
And I remember you were saying it gave you good clear optics, plus it was light, really light. And you know, when you have a gun that's light already and you put some 10 pounds on the top of it, it defeats the whole purpose, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And to have something, you know, light and light both, that's why I really like that FX. Really, for everything that you get out of that gun, it's probably my overall best gun. Easiest to manage, easiest to shoot. I got guys that haven't cleaned theirs and they've shot them for 2 and 3 years, and they're still stacking pellets, you know? And it's like, man, they don't even run a cloth through the barrel, you know?
Exactly. That's the thing of it, man. You got the versatility, but also you got, you know, it's what's the word, man? It's consistency, you know, and that's the accuracy. That's what you need.
And reliability.
There we go.
That sucker's reliable, man. You cock it, it's ready to go.
For sure. And that's the whole thing, man. And you know, and you get the power, you get the reliability.
Well, you get out here and you spend that kind of money, you don't want to be farting around with it breaking down or not performing like it's supposed to, you know?
Absolutely.
And
not.
have you had any major trouble with your FX? I haven't.
Nope.
Now, I've only had it about a year, and so, but I have not had issues with mine.
And believe it or not, even with that small bottle, you get a lot of shots out of it.
Yeah, and you know what? This one here, and I don't know if it's because it's such it's a higher caliber, but it's a hog when it comes to air.
Yeah, that's probably why. You know, it's got probably like a bigger burst of air.
All I can tell you, buddy, you don't get but 2 rounds out of those magazines, and they're only 8 apiece. So it's going to end up, you're going to have to stay close to air.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's, what is it, a 30 cal or 35?
35.
Okay, that's why. So it's like,
yeah, it's a 9mm.
Right under big bore status.
Yeah.
Basically.
You know, you're looking just a tad there under that 357, then, you know, you go into the 45 and the 50. I have a 45, an automatic AEA, and it's really a nice gun. But you know what? They don't want to function all the time. I've had all kinds of trouble with those semi-automatic guns. You know, I have a Blitz, a Hassan Blitz, the 30 cal in that fully automatic. You know.
Yep.
That I'm telling you, I've got the 33 round magazine, that big magazine. It's amazing to sit out and just pull that trigger and watch those pellets go into water like that. It's fascinating.
It is crazy, and and the cool thing is it's all running on air.
Yeah, that's it.
So, you know, it's a lot of, you know, air guns have came a long way.
Oh, I tell you, this is not like the little Red Ryder and the Daisy and those kind of guns that we shot when we were kids. I had a Crossman that a 177 caliber that you had to pump it. And man, I'm telling you, the thing was deadly.
Hey man, well, you know what? that's a quick way how to show you guys how to fill some of the guns. You guys asked what kind of rifles we use out here in the field. We obviously got way more rifles than that, but that's just a little glimpse into, you know, Iguana Man. What he's got also the Iguana Ninja. Our buddy right here, Mr. Hart, Jack of Hart. And as you guys see, man, big old iguanas. We'll show it one more time. And that's about it, guys. Now, stay tuned because we're gonna actually be taking out that compact FX Impact Mark III with the DNT optic to some future jobs, some new jobs actually. And I want you guys to see that. And of course, we will be with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the one and only, the Iguana Ninja. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys soon.